Yeah, wasn't what I was expecting, but it's better than nothing. And now I'm rapping on this beat, you niggas thought I was frontin'. I'm just doing me, nigga, I ain't worried about nothing. Cause in my purpose and my power, I ain't worried about struggling. When I was 12 years old, my grandma told me I'm the
The process of creating my trilogy was a weird one, honestly, because I didn't set out with this intention to create a trilogy, you know, like I set out more so with the intention to express myself. So it started with my poetry book. And I just remember like thinking to myself that, like, you know, if someone else can do it, I can do it too. And I tell myself that all the time as like a means of motivation, you know, like a way to keep me going, a way to keep me focused. And so I knew that it required research. So I just, I researched how to do it and how to publish it and how to, who to go to. And I knew a friend who actually wrote a children's book. It's actually called My Joy's Path to Adoption. You can go check that out. It's on Amazon. And I actually asked her for some resources. But it just started with me wanting to put my work out there, like put my creativity out there, I have this dream of escaping the rat race. And so I would do that, whatever it takes, like by any means possible. So I figured out how to do it, got it formatted, and uploaded it. And, it was such a whole process, like even just typing the poetry and finding, I have so many journals full of like all these different poems I wrote. So it was a matter of like going through all these poems, like filtering out the ones that I did want to use and I didn't want to use, and like then like picking through the ones I did choose, like categorizing them. Like it was just a whole process that was very beautiful. And then after it was done, I just had this idea to like record a documentary, and I don't know where this idea came from. And typically when I can't explain ideas like that, I just call it intuition. I just call it the creator, working through me, which is essentially how it felt, because I did a photo shoot in June or July, one of those. But the photographer I worked with is also a videographer, and so I ended up asking him to, help my vision come true, and it ended up working out because it turned out that was a project that was along the lines of things that he liked to work on, So we just start, working immediately, and over the course of 5 months, we've gathered so much content that we put together in this beautiful documentary that I can't wait to come out. And it's just been a beautiful process. And like during the process of creating the documentary, like not shortly after, I had the idea like, okay, and then I want to do an EP. So like I already had the idea to do an EP, but I didn't know when I would do it, but I decided to make it part of the trilogy and just drop them all together. So I have a poetry book, a documentary, and an EP coming out. And I started recording the EP pretty much after we were done gathering all the footage for the documentary. So I did the poetry book first, gathered all the footage for the doc, recorded the EP, which I actually recorded here at home in my own home studio, thanks to my boyfriend, who was an engineer. So he actually mixed and recorded my whole entire EP. So shout out to him. But it was actually just it was an enlightening process. I've been called courageous for this. Like, I don't know, I've got questions like, why are you doing this? Like, what's it for? And ultimately, like, it's to share my story. I feel like my story is one that deserves to be shared. I feel like I've overcome things that other people might be going through, and hopefully, like, my story can inspire someone, to just believe in tomorrow. Like to believe in another day, and to believe that the way that you're feeling is not permanent, and that even getting dealt the worst hand, we all get dealt the worst hand. I feel like some of us like to think that other people have it worse, that we have it better, when honestly everybody has their own struggles. Like nobody lives a struggle-free life. Nobody does. So that's why it's not good to wish that you were somebody else, because you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know. I mean, you have no idea, because everybody puts on their best front, for social media and everything like that. So you just never know, and it's important to just be thankful for your own. Just be thankful for your life. Be thankful for your struggles, because 9 times out of 10, even though we have struggles, most of us feel like our struggles are something we can get through. Whereas if we have somebody else's struggles, we might not be so sure we can get through them. Jewel, I'm recording. But yeah, so it dropped February 14th, my trilogy, Lotus, the poetry book, the documentary.
The abundant life is coming, you just gotta give time. Till then, I got a pen, I got $1 and a rhyme. And I ain't saying that it don't get hard, cause it do. You just gotta stay true to that light inside of you and know that everything that happens only